Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we finished off Season 1 with Marco, where after everything that went down with Chuck, Jimmy decided to head back to Chicago and meet up with his old buddy, his old slippin' buddy Marco. And the two of them got up to some more slips. However, just before Jimmy was about to go back to New Mexico, they did one final slip that unfortunately they weren't able to finish as Marco had a heart attack and died. Then Jimmy got a call from Kim saying that Davis and Main, the other law firm that was going to partner with HHM for the Sandpiper case, they wanted Jimmy as a partner. And Jimmy started to go over there, but then something changed in him, and he decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. And he basically went to Mike and said, you know, what was holding us back from keeping that money? And Jimmy figured it out, and he was like, I'm never going to let that stop me again. And honestly, that feels like the origin of Saul Goodman right there. Now, whether or not he's going to call himself Saul Goodman now, well, we'll have to see. But yes, we are now on to Season 2 of Better Call Saul. Isn't that great? So yeah, because it is the first episode of the season, if you want to watch my full unedited reaction to this episode of Better Call Saul, what you gotta do is head down in the description or into the pinned comment, and that will take you to the link there will take you to my Patreon page, which has my full unedited reaction. There is no show footage because I don't want to take any chances on the copyright police busting through this window back here. So what you gotta do is sync up your copy of this episode of Better Call Saul to my footage. It's pretty simple. I'm watching this on Netflix, but if you have a Blu-ray or anything like that, it probably still works. So it's pretty simple. Just hit play on my video, and then there'll be a count in so that you can hit play on Better Call Saul, and it should line up relatively well. Maybe one or two tries to get it perfect. And then, yeah, you can just watch my full-length reaction, where I sit here like this, and I occasionally come up with a good joke. Or, if you don't want to do that, you can simply stay here on this YouTube video, and you can watch the edited reaction, which cuts out all of me doing this, and just has the more funny parts, so. Take your pick. Some people like full length, so if you want to, you can. You can also, while you're over at my Patreon page, you can sign up for full length full time for only $5 a month. That gets you access to every single full length that I have ever done or will ever do, so long as you are pledged. So yeah, you can do that a little bit. You can do that or not. It's up to you. Either way, let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Better Call Saul. Here we go. We haven't seen this part in a while.
Well, hello there.
What happened to Saul after? Man, look at his hair. Between his hair and his mustache, he does not look great.
God damn it! No!
That's not gonna set off an alarm, is it? I mean, that's kind of crap. You know, like, it's next to the dumpsters. Conveniently, there's a crate here for you to sit at. Damn, he's been there for like 3 hours. Uh-oh, did he write something? Oh no. What is this? Saul Goodman was here. I used to be somebody. Oh, he did go in?
If I take this job, does that mean the two of us? I mean, does it mean,
What the hell is this?
if I take this job today with Davis and me,
Is it weird?
does that mean that you and me,
Yeah,
is this gonna happen?
Like us or like
One thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other.
Nothing at all.
No, of course not. Why would it?
I mean,
I'm gonna have to take myself out of the running. But thanks. Thank you.
huh.
Jimmy,
And that's why he goes back. Okay, I'm not sure the correlation here. That's crazy to start off showing a different side of the scene.
Cucumber water for customer only.
Meh. Every time. What the hell are you doing?
No pee. I'm my.
So what? Now he's just gonna be a jackass? I thought he was gonna be Saul Goodman, not just a jackass. This is a different guy. Or is it? Oh, please tell me it's the same guy. Did he just get the...
hey, it's me.
Oh my god. He just got a Hummer.
We're not taking that to the meet.
How are we gonna get there?
In a different, not conspicuous car.
I'll drive. This business requires restraint. That is the opposite of restraint.
Yeah, this is stupid.
But why do I need you? I should just go alone. I'm throwing away money. Just tossing it away into the trash.
Alright
You do
then.
whatever you want. But I'm advising you, do not go to that meet without someone watching your back.
Yeah, well, of course you're gonna say that. I mean, you don't want to be out of this easy peasy job. Well, I'm sorry, but this is the gravy train.
All right then, your services are no longer needed.
Well, that guy's gonna die. Oh my god, he has matching shoes. He's got Ronald McDonald's ass shoes. What the hell? God, that bird tripped me the hell out. Oh my god.
Okie dokie. We are good. Same as before.
What's he doing?
Still factory sealed.
Did he just, like, get the
And as
address?
always, you're welcome to count them.
Oh. My god. Where? What kind of pool is this? It's less like a pool and more like a river.
No, sorry. Yes, this is James McGill, but I'm no longer a lawyer.
Oh, he's just done.
So this is what a midlife crisis looks like?
Nuh.
Not midlife crisis. Clarity. Midlife clarity.
Clarity.
To do what? You have 20,000?
Explain
This
to me why
is
you walked
it?
out on the best. What do you mean quit the law?
I quit it. Simple as that.
Oh, well,
Nuh.
thanks for explaining, Jimmy. It's super
Hey,
clear.
buddy. All I've done is try to make Chuck happy. Bend over backwards to please Chuck. Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. Well, no more.
You quitting the law, isn't that exactly what Chuck wants?
Nuh.
Who cares?
It's like a circus freak minus the fun. And that one's even worse. Who's giving it? Please
He's
do me a
looking
favor,
to
take
do
it
a
to them.
slip.
Okay, then. What's the plan?
To be open to the universe.
Okay, so no plan.
Nuh.
Just block the earth, like Jules at the end of Pulp Fiction.
Nuh.
Come with me.
What?
Just come on, trust me.
What are you gonna do?
You want to understand what I'm talking about? Follow my lead.
Oh my god. She's in on a slip.
What do you say, sis? Can we just talk?
And this lovely lady is?
It's Giselle St. Clair.
Ah, lovely.
Wow. That is a hell of a name right there.
Father's side of the family is from South Africa, which is where Uncle Humphrey passed away.
South Africa.
That sounds like a South African name.
Charlize Theron. And you?
Oh, well, I've never actually been, but hope to go someday.
Tell you what, by the time I'm done with you
Flying
two,
along.
you might be taking your own private jet.
Nice.
How many cars did he have?
Oh goodness. How many shots have they had?
Diversify it, and then all the dividends and all the profits and the what have you comes back into our account.
Boom. Absolutely. and you'll get a detailed statement showing you how much your money is.
Where is this
Biggest
going,
post on the market
though?
said.
Folks, it's been a pleasure.
Oops, I got that.
Can't let you do it, son.
Wait, what? Ken, you are the greatest. Thank you.
Is it basically
This
just
will be the best decision
they
you've ever made.
scammed him out
All
of
right, well, we should get
out of
here.
drinks and
Wait. This? Call me anytime with questions or.
they just
anything
scammed him out of dinner and drinks?
Ken,
How much did you pay?
What is this right?
Yes, sir. It is.
You paid too much. We gotta get the hell out of here. I mean, you can't say that wasn't fun, but
Can I borrow that when you're done?
no, that's gross.
How's it gross? Our germs are already intermingled.
My toothbrush is different.
no.
Come on.
What? No!
Come on. I'll do it right now.
I don't care.
I need to brush
I don't
my
have an
teeth.
extra. It's not my problem.
It's fine. Look at this.
He's just gonna use her finger. I know, that's just fucking weird.
Yeah, me too. Wait till you see what I floss with.
No.
That's a keeper.
Thank you. Victor with a K.
No.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if we could do that every night?
Yes, it would.
You starting to pick up on what he's putting down?
But we can't.
I know, yeah. But I'm just saying, if we could, it would be great. But I know we can't.
Well. Why are we cutting to the cops? Oh no. Oh no, what happened?
Daniel Warmold. I'm Officer Baker. This is Officer Saxton.
Yeah, please, come on in.
Oh.
Come in. It's over here.
His
See what
place
they
got
did?
ransacked.
All gone. All of them. All my cards are in top loaders, but if they're taken out and exposed to the elements, I mean, or creased, God forbid, I mean, you're looking at a 9-point downgrade in a matter of seconds.
Those are
I
words.
understand the first 48 hours are the most
I don't remember
important
what this
in
guy's name is.
investigations like this, so time is of the essence here. Guys,
Well, we're going to help you out the best we can, Mr. Wormel.
good.
Warmold.
What?
Just trying to make sense of it.
What's to make sense of? I mean, isn't it as simple as the perp was looking for more baseball cards?
That's a
Or
very
hopped
specific
up on
thing.
speed or whatever and went nuts with.
Pretty sweet Hummer parked in the driveway.
That yours?
Yeah, that's mine. It's a lease.
Why didn't they take that?
Got to.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Wormel?
I work IT for a pharmaceutical company.
Wow. Computers. God, I should have gotten into computers.
No,
I
yeah.
have that same Hummer.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I know, right?
Left the TV.
Left the TV.
Left the computer.
And the computer. And he's got a Hummer. Oh, it's hidden behind. Oh, that's pretty sus. What's down there? Well, nothing. Except the secret compartment. Oh, that guy's a moron. And Jimmy's back. Ooh. Looks like he's gotten a sunburn.
It's like I'm at the watering hole and I'm watching the fattest, slowest water buffalo expose his neck to me, and I'm the lioness ready to strike. Come, Kim. Join me. Join the pride. I said lioness because it's the females who do all the hunting.
No.
I just wanted to be species accurate, irrespective of my own sex.
It's crazy that he left. He still has his phone there.
Santa Fe, New Mexico. I need the number of a law firm, Davis and Maine. Yeah, you can connect me.
Time to give up. Time to... You can't stay here forever, man. Now, is he actually going to go through with it this time? Hey. Good to see you again, buddy. I don't know why I've made this guy Hank Hill, but you're welcome. It's the weirdest fucking painting I've ever seen in my life.
There are a few options on the company cars. We can arrange a test drive whenever you'd like.
Company car. Wow.
And there's a service that will...
This is interesting.
Yeah.
If there's anything you need, I'm right outside the door.
All right.
Great.
Thanks.
If I think of anything.
Good.
I'm just looking at this. Do we get a choice of desks?
What were you thinking?
Coco Bola.
Can we do a Coco Bolo?
Coco Bolo desk? Absolutely. I'll get right on that.
Why do you have a fireplace in your office? Always leave on, do not turn off. Why? Don't just flip it. Oh no. I'm immediately terrified of what that means. Alright, nothing exploded. Nothing happened. That it? Alright. So essentially, I mean, this is almost a I don't want to say a repeat, but just sort of another version of last episode, which is interesting. So, what I put in the thumbnail of last episode, Saul Goodman origin, not so. Not so. This is a strange episode. A strange start to Season 2. Because honestly, it does feel like we sort of did a bit of a retread on things that happened last episode. You know? Because last episode ends with, you know, the whole, I know what stopped me before and I'm not going to let it happen again. So you assume it's going to be more of Saul Goodman, you know? He's not going to be James McGill going out there being a proper lawyer for the sake of his brother. You think that it's going to be he finally becomes Saul Goodman. A lawyer, yes, but a slipping lawyer, you know? A combination of Jimmy McGill and Slippin' Jimmy, you know? Slippin' Jimmy with a law degree. But instead of that, it honestly is Jimmy fell back into it. Jimmy fell back into it, and he didn't have a plan. He just fell right back into it. Just tried to bring in Kim, and then he realized, no, that's not going to work. And then he went over to Davis and Maine, and that was it. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of this episode. I guess you could view this almost as a relapse. But last episode was also a relapse. So, do we just have two relapses, basically? But at the same time, Well, was last episode... here's an interesting question. Do you consider last episode a relapse? Now, the reason I say that, because it seems like, yes, it was a relapse. He did become Slipping Jimmy again. But, on the other hand, he kind of always knew it was finite, you know? You know, after a week, he said, I'm done, I gotta go back. He did one last slip, yes, but that was it. He kind of knew it was finite, that he wasn't going to stay in Chicago. Whereas now, he's looking at Albuquerque and thinking, no, I can do this, you know? But did he? I don't know, but that's complicated. So, do you consider last episode a relapse? And if you do, what happens with this episode? This is an odd episode, I will say. Just about that. It's very, very strange that it does sort of feel like it retreads. Now, I don't want to say that necessarily badly, because there was also something there with Kim, you know? There was something there with Kim. And you could honestly say that because of Marco's death, that's sort of what, you know, brings this on in this episode, you know? I mean, even let's be honest, Kim basically called, it was basically a midlife crisis, you know? And I don't know how old Saul's supposed to be here. I don't know how old Saul and Kim are in this show. But still, that's, you know, that's what she said. So this is what a midlife crisis looks like, you know? Excuse me, Jesus. So, I don't know. Do you knock this episode for being sort of a retread or not? The reason I'm really hesitant about that, I'd say, is probably because I want to see next episode. I want to see where next episode goes, you know? Because, like, going to Davison, Maine and Santa Fe is also very different. You would not expect that, you know? You would not expect that, you know, because we thought it was just going to be he becomes Saul Goodman. Not that he either goes back to just being Slippin' Jimmy, or he actually goes legit with Davison, Maine, you know? So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think of this episode. I'll definitely have to see next episode before I can really say anything. That's very strange. I don't know. So I can't really say if this was a good episode or not. I mean, it's not a bad episode. It's just strange because it does sort of seem like a retread of last episode, you know? So, I don't know. To go into the notes, the first thing we had was Saul Goodman was here. Yeah, 3 hours sitting in there until the guy came in. I mean, that's rough. That's rough, but yeah, Saul Goodman was here. Just another part of this terrible life he now has because of everything that happened in Breaking Bad. You know, the interesting thing is I wonder if there is anyone who watched this show who's watching this before watching Breaking Bad. I'd be curious because I'd be curious as to what the viewing experience is like when you watch these shows in reverse, you know? Because it could kind of still work, you know? Kind of. And these, you know, flashes into the future, I guess technically into the present day, with Saul after Breaking Bad, you could honestly see them as still kind of making sense, you know? You would just think, oh, he used to be this great lawyer, now he's not, you know? So I don't know. I'd be curious about that. But yeah. I'm assuming that it's just going to be at the start of every season that we're going to get a scene like this, because they only did it once last season. So I would imagine it's just going to be the first scene of every season is something in the future, basically. In the Denny's future. So, friggin' Denny's. Anyway. The next thing I wrote down is Kim. And the whole thing with, you know... The whole thing with Davis and Maine, at first, you know, he takes Kim aside and is like, is anything going to happen between us, basically? And I understand why Kim is like, one thing has nothing to do with the other, but I guess it's more of, you know, if he goes, I guess if he goes with Davis and Maine, if he goes legit, then, you know, he's a good man, and, you know, he's, I guess someone, maybe he's thinking, like, the only way he's good enough for her is as a lawyer, and because she didn't say anything, then he was like, well, then fuck it. I mean, maybe that is it. Maybe that, honestly, you know, we kind of had the whole thing of, like, you know, he did all of this for Chuck. But maybe now it's actually more of, does he do this for Kim, you know? Does he do this for her instead of Chuck, you know? And I guess that would kind of make sense with, like, you know, with later on, when he's saying, you know, wouldn't it be great to do this, every day, you know, to do that every night. And Kim says, well, yes, it would be great, but we can't. And he says, I know, you're right, but it's fun to dream, basically. So maybe it's that. Maybe he was thinking, well, if I could bring in Kim on this, and maybe he wasn't even thinking it out too much. He was just sort of, like he said, kind of going on instincts, but maybe it was almost, if I could bring in Kim on this, then I'd have everything I want, you know? Maybe it's that, but it's basically, do you become Slipping Jimmy? Or do you keep Kim in your life, I guess? And maybe I'm reading that wrong, but that's kind of the way it seems to me, you know? That if he wants to be with Kim, while yes, it can be fun to do the slips and everything, but if he truly wants to be with Kim, he should be, he has to go legit, basically. Maybe I'm not reading that right, but it kind of feels like that, you know? So yeah, so they had the slip, which was fun, and yeah, honestly, I suppose you could say it's a tame slip, but honestly, I guess it's just a normal slip. The slips never went too far, I suppose. Well, I mean, Jimmy did last episode sleep with two girls on the basis that he was Kevin Costner, so there's that. But honestly, it's a slip of, like, you know, they weren't doing anything specific with the banking or anything. They were just talking to the guy. And, you know, they had a lot of shots, they had a lot of food, and he paid for it all, you know? And that was the slip. And that was a good slip, and then they got out of there, you know? So that was interesting. And yeah, it would be good if they could do that, if they could just go and have some fun. But they can't do that every day, you know? So, and Jimmy knew that. So, while he did go back again as soon as he looked at it, and it just all dawned on him, and it's like, what the hell am I doing, you know? And he went, and he decided to go legit and went over to Davison, Maine, and now has a nice office and a company car and everything, but how long that lasts, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So yeah, just very interesting stuff overall. Again, though, it kind of seems like a retread of last episode, but maybe it's more, you know, continuing stuff that started last episode, but now instead of viewing it from the angle just of Jimmy, you know, does Jimmy want to be in this life, but looking at it from the perspective, or a bit of the perspective of Kim, or looking at it with the idea, you know, can I do this and still have any sort of a relationship with Kim? And pretty much at the end of the episode, I think he realized, no, he can't. So yeah. So that all was very, very interesting. All right, Mr. Wormold. Is that what his name was? Mr. Wormold? What the hell was his full name, I wonder? Like, I want to know his first name, because I bet you it's something stupid. Let me see. Can I... Yes. Alrighty. Alright. Better Call Saul, Season 2, Episode 1, Switch. Oh, it's Daniel. Oh, that's right, because he went by the name of Price. Yeah. Daniel Wormold, or Price, was the name he went by. That whole thing. Let me see if I recognize him. Have we looked him up before? I can't remember. Well, I'll be quick about this. He was a character on The Office, but I never watched The Office, so... the character Nate on The Office. I've only seen, like, one full episode of The Office, and it just wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it, so... But whatever. If you watch The Office, there you go. But you probably already knew that, so... But anyway. This guy's an idiot. This guy's a straight novice that he just went out. I mean, it's almost exactly the same as when Walt bought those cars, you know, and Walt eventually had to return those cars basically and go back to the old Aztec. But yeah, it's like, you can't do that. That is too suspicious. And yeah, I like Mike just being like, no, I'm not fucking doing this. This is bullshit. But then the guy's like, oh, I don't even need you anyway. You just stand there. And it's like, him just standing there is a deterrent to Nacho, you know? Because that means you have protection. He can't be doing shady shit because you have another pair of eyes. And a good pair of eyes because he's been around the fucking block, you know? So that's the thing. And sure enough, Nacho goes in, and Nacho goes in, finds his address and his name, goes in and ransacks the place. Now, did he steal the money, or did he steal, considering how much he was talking about the baseball cards? No, I think, considering he was going to print off a list, I imagine the baseball card thing was real. But he was probably looking for the money, if not any drugs that the guy had in the house, you know? So, and the fact that he's too stupid to realize that it was Nacho, guy's an idiot. And it's interesting that we stuck on him now that Mike is sort of out of the picture. It does sort of make you wonder, like, you know, is he gonna go back to Mike, or is this more just following Nacho, you know? I don't know. Because Nacho is still in the main cast, you know? Along with, you know, Jimmy, Mike, Kim, Howard, and Chuck. Nacho is also in the main cast, despite the fact that he honestly had a more minor role than anyone in season 1. So I'll be curious, maybe this is now shifting over with this guy, shifting over to the adventures of Nacho instead of the adventures of Mike that we had, you know? But we'll have to see. Well, maybe this guy will go back to Mike. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But anyway, that is episode 1 of season 2. And again, an interesting episode. What do you guys think? Is this sort of a retread, or I don't know? I think honestly, I think it's going to depend on what comes next, you know? What's going to be happening, like with Davis and Maine and stuff like that? What's going to be happening next? I'll be very curious, and I think that will sort of inform what I think of this episode. So we'll have to see. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.